Rexing M2 promises a safer, smarter commute with a 12-inch live stream mirror that kills blind spots, records dual 1080p, and even adds blind spot radar and ADAS. Either we've reached effortless safety tech for everyday drivers or it's another piece of expensive confusion. The specs look criminally generous on paper. Dual-channel Full HD, IPS touchscreen, auto backup camera, GPS logger, G-sensor, loop recording, and 24/7 parking monitor. But here's the thing, features like radar-based blind spot detection at this price can get sketchy fast. I installed the M2 in my own car and daily drove it for 2 weeks across city, highway, and night runs. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. Here's exactly what the Rexing M2 claims to do. It's a smart mirror dash cam that streams a wider rear view with fewer blind spots on a 12-inch IPS touchscreen. Records dual 1080p front and rear simultaneously for full coverage. Uses radar-based blind spot detection and driver assist alerts to help you change lanes safely. Adds GPS logging plus G-sensor, loop recording, and 24/7 parking monitor. Sounds pretty bold, right? A $199.99 mirror that replaces your rear view, your dash cam, and adds ADAS on top. But here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim dual 1080p clarity that makes details easy to read. What you actually get is daylight footage that's good from the front, softer from the rear, and night performance that's acceptable but not play-treating magic. Evidence in my tests, front plates were readable within roughly 30-40 feet at city speeds. At highway speeds, headlights and motion blur made plate capture hit or miss. The rear camera has a wide field of view, but that means objects look smaller, great for awareness, not for forensics. That's normal for mirror cams, but don't expect TV commercial sharpness. They claim blind spot detection and lane change assist that tells you when it's safe. What you actually get is a helpful nudge at times and a lot of false alerts at others. Here's why. Those external radar sensors aren't integrated with your car's brake, throttle, or steering data. Without CAN bus context, they're judging proximity and speed from a single vantage point. In dense traffic, rain, or curves, that can trigger warnings when a vehicle is technically present but not a threat, or worse, miss a fast-approaching bike in a tight lane. I aligned the sensors carefully per the manual, even remounted them once. On a straight highway, it was decent. In city traffic with merges and reflective barriers, it cried wolf more than I'd like. Here's where it gets mathematically impossible. Reliably declaring safe to change lane with standalone radar and no car integration. It can warn, but it can't know everything. They claim a 12-inch IPS touch display that kills blind spots. Reality. The live stream is wide, bright, and genuinely helpful during the day. It shows more than your stock mirror, especially in SUVs with cargo blocking the rear. But in direct sunlight, the display can wash out unless you crank brightness. At night, the mirror's glass adds a bit of glare from cabin lights, though it's still usable. Touch response is generally fine, but I did see occasional lag when switching views or scrubbing clips. They claim GPS logging and simple protection features. Reality, GPS stamping works as advertised. Speed and location overlay look clean in Rexing's player. G-sensor reliably locks clips on bumps. Loop recording cycles smoothly. Parking monitor can record 20-second clips when vibration is detected, but here's the catch. You'll need a proper hardwire kit for constant power. If you only use the cigarette adapter, 24/7 isn't happening. Also, there's no built-in Wi-Fi, so you're pulling the microSD card to get footage. Not a deal breaker, but less convenient than Wi-Fi equipped rivals. They claim simple installation. It is simple if you stop at the mirror and rear camera. The BSD radar sensors are where simple turns into Saturday project. Running wires to the back, aligning the sensors, and cleanly mounting them near the bumper takes patience. If you're not comfortable removing trim, budget for professional install. Let's dig deeper into the core features. Video quality. Front 1080p is solid in daylight with decent dynamic range. Shadows retain detail and headlights don't blow everything out. At night, small text and plates are tougher, especially from the rear cam. Compared to mirror cams with 2.5K or 4K front sensors at similar prices, the M2's dual 1080p feels a step behind. Here's what nobody tells you. The live stream mirror makes driving feel safer even if the recorded footage isn't cinematic. Awareness improves more than image sharpness. Driver assistance and BSD, the idea is great, the execution is inconsistent. On open highways, radar alerts mirrored what my shoulder check saw. In rain, tight city lanes, and next to reflective trucks, alerts got noisy. What the marketing doesn't mention, external radar placement matters a lot. A few degrees off and the system either overwarns or underwarns. And because it's not tied into your turn signals or steering angle, it can't tailor alerts to intent. Treat it as a second set of eyes, not a green light to merge. Screen and build, the 12-inch IPS looks modern, the UI is straightforward, and the mirror straps over your factory mirror firmly. The body gets warm but not alarming after long drives. Touchscreen menus are clean, though scrubbing long clips is a bit fiddly on a mirror. Audio from the mic is clear enough to capture conversations and road noise. Install and usability, mounting the mirror is easy. Routing the rear camera cable is typical dash cam work. The radar sensors turn a 30-minute install into 90+ minutes if you're meticulous. Also, budget for a high-endurance microSD card. Cheap cards cause write errors across brands, and reviews mention freezing that often traces back to bad storage or insufficient power. Speaking of reviews, Amazon sits around 3.5 stars. Praise focuses on the bigger, safer view and responsive support. Complaints center on BSD false alerts, occasional screen freezes, and the effort required to install everything correctly. Verdict: buy with caution if you specifically want a live stream mirror plus dual-channel recording and are curious about entry-level blind spot radar. At $199.99, the M2 gives you a wide, confidence-boosting rear view, decent front footage, GPS logging, and an 18-month warranty with live support. The trade-offs: dual 1080p that lags behind higher-res rivals, BSD that needs careful setup and still isn't car-integrated, no Wi-Fi, and a more involved install if you use all the sensors. Worth it if your priority is a bigger rear view and you treat radar as a helper, not gospel. If you want the best image quality and fewer variables, consider a 2.5K or 4K mirror cam and skip the radar. Stay savvy out there, thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Drop a comment with your car type and driving conditions if you want me to test mounting options or compare it against a Wolfbox or AutoVox mirror next. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. I'm here to turn tech roulette into smart buys.